Be the 1%. Most people live their entire lives inside a cage they didn't even build consciously. A cage made of habits. A cage made of excuses. A cage made of fear, comfort, and borrowed opinions. And then there is the 1%. The 1% do not live louder. They do not complain more. They do not beg for motivation. They decide. This speech is not for everyone. It's not for the crowd. It's not for the average. This is for the one who feels something burning inside. A quiet discomfort with a normal life. A refusal to settle. A hunger to become more. If you're still listening, you already don't belong to the 99%. The truth about the 99%. Let's be honest. The 99% wake up tired. They hit snooze. They rush through mornings they hate to get to days they tolerate. Just to survive weeks they forget. To live for weekends that disappear. They wait for motivation. They wait for permission. They wait for the right time. The 99% ask, what if I fail? What will people think? Is this realistic? And while they ask questions, time moves on without them. The 1% don't ask for guarantees. They understand one brutal truth. Nothing is promised, everything is earned. The mindset of the 1%. The difference between the 1% and everyone else is not luck. It's not genetics. It's not secret information. It's mindset under pressure. The 1% think long-term in a short-term world. They choose pain now to avoid regret later. They trade comfort for control. While others avoid discomfort, the 1% hunt it. They understand. Discipline beats motivation. Consistency beats intensity. Patience beats talent. The 1% don't feel special. They become special through boring, repetitive, invisible work. Discipline, the real superpower. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is mechanical. The 99% work when they feel like it. The 1% work because it's scheduled. They don't ask, am I inspired today? They ask, what must be done no matter how I feel? Training when tired. Studying when bored. Building when nobody watches. This is not glamorous. This is not aesthetic. This is power. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your identity changes. You stop saying, I'm trying. You start saying, this is who I am. The war with yourself. The 1% are not fighting the world. They are fighting laziness, ego, distraction, instant pleasure. Every day is you versus you. The weak version wants comfort. The strong version wants growth. The weak version scrolls. The strong version builds. The weak version explains. The strong version executes. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And the 1% protect their habits like their life depends on it. Because it does. Sacrifice nobody talks about. Everyone wants the results of the 1%. Nobody wants their sacrifices. The early mornings, the late nights, the missed parties, the lonely discipline, being misunderstood, being doubted, being called crazy. The 1% are okay with being alone because they know loneliness is temporary, but mediocrity is permanent. They don't chase validation. They build value. They don't need applause. They need progress. Time, the ultimate currency. The 99% spend time. The 1% invest it. They don't kill time. They don't waste it. They don't trade it for cheap dopamine. They understand. Money can be lost and regained. Energy can be restored. But time only moves in one direction. So they ask, is this worth my life? Because that's what time is. Your life broken into minutes. The lonely road. At some point, you will feel different. Your mindset will change. Your priorities will shift. Your conversations will feel shallow. And people will say, you've changed. They're right. Growth is change. The 1% don't fear being misunderstood. They fear staying the same. They know you can't live an extraordinary life with ordinary standards. Failure a tool, not a threat. The 99% fear failure. The 1% expect it. Failure is not a stop sign. It's data. Every loss teaches. Every mistake sharpens. Every fall builds resilience. The only real failure is quitting. The 1% fail fast, learn faster, and return stronger. The daily standard. The 1% don't rely on huge breakthroughs. They win through daily execution, small improvements, relentless consistency. 1% better every day becomes unstoppable. They show up when it's boring. They show up when it's hard. They show up when nobody cares. That's why one day, everyone does. Becoming the 1%. Being the 1% is not about money. It's about control. Control over your time, your body, your mind, your direction. It's waking up knowing, my life is built by my decisions. No excuses. No blame, no waiting, just responsibility and power. Final message. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need to be ready. You need to decide. Decide to live differently. Decide to think higher. Decide to work when others rest. Because the 1% are not born. They are forged. In silence, in discipline, in pain, in consistency. And if you choose this path, don't look back. The average life will always be there. But greatness demands everything.